Well, there are two main areas of focus: leadership and engagement, and the understanding and management of risk, all set within an environment of learning and improving. And within these areas, there are a number of outcomes-based standards that the business needs to meet. So, for example, within the leadership and engagement focus area, one of the standards is that the business is able to demonstrate that everybody has the necessary competence and capability to perform their role. In practice, this means that the business, with workers, needs to firstly identify the competence and capability that is required. This is usually done with reference to the risks that the worker will be exposed to or may create, standards, guidance, and any certification or licensing requirements. The business will then be required to demonstrate how, with workers, it has built the competence and capability required in a way that is appropriate to the needs of those workers, and how this is maintained. And if the business engages contractors, then the competence and capability of those workers will also need to be assessed. And how this assessment informs procurement decisions will be examined by the assessor. Well, the Safety Star rating scheme is very practical, so it doesn't require a business to have health and safety manuals or documentation unless those manuals and documentation support good health and safety outcomes. What the business is expected to do is to manage health and safety in a way that's aligned with their operating processes, that's appropriate to the needs of the workers, and that's proportionate to the risks. How the business does this is up to the business. When a business decides it wants to go through for Safety Star rating, it will complete a self-assessment, and this is probably more in-depth than they might be used to currently. That self-assessment process enables the business themselves to determine whether they're ready for full assessment, and they can use the self-assessment process to help them to improve. If they do feel they're ready, they'll submit their self-assessment, and this will be evaluated by an assessor, along with other information that the assessor has about that business. Then the assessor will arrange to visit the business and will carry out interviews with people at all levels of that business, from the senior level of leaders through to the workers, and multiple different roles, possibly multiple different sites. They'll carry out observations to view what's actually going on, as well as look at any records or documentation that might be appropriate. They will then pick a number of risks, key risks for that business, and they will trace those risks through the organisation, from the highest levels of commitment, understanding and resource allocation, down to where risk exposure occurs, to verify that the organisation really is effective in managing risk. There's also a continual improvement process built into Safety Star rating. This will mean that when a business has gone through the process, they will be told where they can improve, any corrective actions that are required to enable them to meet the standards, or where they've exceeded, they will be told that too, and pointed towards guidance, information and support to help them where there are recommendations for improvement. We've done an initial test of the standards in two businesses in different sectors, construction and manufacturing. Both businesses have said that the Safety Star assessment process gave them valuable insights into their practice and performance that they'd not previously had, and that this will help them to improve. We've used the feedback to enable us to refine the standards so that they more ably focus on those aspects of health and safety that achieve good outcomes. We've also used the feedback to ensure that the assessment process itself is valuable and effective for the business.
For more information, phone WorkSafe, email us or go to our website.